In this video, I want to give you something to think about that hopefully will help you make better life choices that are in alignment with your values and not necessarily your priorities. Every so often, you encounter something that makes you stop a little bit and think. And hopefully, that thinking, that contemplation, that reflection will result in a increased awareness, maybe self-awareness, maybe it's awareness of a situation that will help you to think better. I was reminded that our life, which sometimes seems very, very long, also can be quite brief. And before you know it, you are 50 years old, 60, 70, and you are retired, and you no longer work, and you wonder, you think, you contemplate, maybe regret, what did I do with my life? And what I think for a lot of people, especially for us who may live in the Western world that are a fast pace, and we have our television set, we have our cell phone, we have our tablet. Constant information is bombarding us. What I think is important for you to think about when it comes to your life is, what are your values? What do you really care about? And what I do think for a lot of us, when we think about that question, and maybe take out a piece of paper and write down what's truly important to you. What do you truly care about? I believe for a lot of people, it is relationships. The people we care about, the people that we love, our family, our friends, our relationships. And it's not necessarily the stuff, the material things that really in the end really matters. Then how come, if we all probably understand, and I think we probably agree more or less, if not, put in the comments below, that what's most important to us is our relationships. And relationships can be beautiful, they can be harmonious, they can be happy, they can be fulfilling, but they can also be challenging and quite messy. What I encourage you to consider is to consider how important your relationships are, how much value you put in them, and how you prioritize your relationships. Starting with the one close to you, if it's a spouse, children, parents, siblings. To really make sure that we are nourishing these relationships, taking time, thinking through how we can build one another up, encourage one another, so these relationships can stay healthy. And when tension comes and when conflicts arise, because we are humans and we tend to not be perfect, we tend to make mistakes, and then you have two options. There's tension in a relationship, there's now caused friction. You can go your own way and sever that relationship. And a lot of time research shows if you do not forgive, it's going to have quite detrimental effect on your physiology when you don't forgive another person. So it's really important to forgive. If both forgive, you can work towards reconciliation and restore that relationship. We have these relationships that are messy, yet beautiful. There's tension, there's friction, there's disagreements, they come apart, but they come together. And over time, as you work on yourself, self-regulate yourself, work on your character development, your emotional health, your mental health, your spiritual health, each person, each relationship gets healthier and healthier and healthier. And when you look back at your life, you realize how grateful you are because you took the time to really invest in yourself and your relationships. And through that, you contributed. through that, you made a huge impact in your little piece of the world. And this will have ripple effects when each individual takes responsibility for themselves and for the relationships. Whether you are on the left or the right, in the middle, towards the back, towards the front, when it comes to politics and certain viewpoints on life, if we focus on what the world consists of, what's truly, truly important, which is these relationships, and maybe not so much on the system, whether it's capitalist or socialist or you fill in the blank, but we focus on people and relationships. Even though we disagree on a host of different things, we can move forward, we can think, we can grow, we can contribute towards our society. And could it be that simple? If we just start with ourselves, we look in that mirror and we say, today, I'm gonna be intentional about treating people the way I would like them to treat me. And you do it. And you get cut off in traffic and you don't do it. But now you have more awareness of what to not do next time. And then you think about, you visualize how you want to do that next time, how you want to do that differently. And maybe it's simple as greeting the person in the grocery store behind the cashier, smiling to someone who seems to be downtrodden, helping someone who doesn't help you, but leading by an example. Is it always easy? I don't think so. Is it worth it? I think so. Is there a mutual benefit from doing this? I think so. Because you are investing in the most precious commodity and asset, which is you and your fellow human being. And when we invest in ourselves, in our fellow human being, and those assets grow in the right direction, maybe we actually will get somewhere. Let me know what you think. Just some thoughts I had today. Want to share it. Hoping that start with myself. I'm gonna look in the mirror. And if you meet me on the street and I don't treat you the way you would like to be treated, remind me that this is my value. And maybe I can remind you as well. And through that, we can help each other take one step closer to maybe what we all want, which is deep, fulfilling, meaningful, loving, caring relationships.